So, the importance of deep breath, the importance of self-love. Self-love, knowing yourself, honoring yourself, doing what's right by yourself, and what this means for your life. I've not always honoured myself. I've certainly not always done right by myself. I've not always listened to myself. But the more I do, the better it gets. I'll give you a couple of examples, because quite often I will have people say to me, "You're so happy, you're so positive," and all this stuff, right? I don't feel like I'm overly happy or overly positive. I just don't feel like I hold myself back anymore. So I'm not going about life people pleasing anymore, and that's what's changed. I'm learning every day how to better express myself. I'm learning better every day how to honor myself. Whether that means taking time out for yourself, not answering the phone, going to the beach on your own. We are a society of box tickers, right? So many people from up until this very second of existence have ticked boxes for the sake of people pleasing their mother, father, brother, sister, society. We've been programmed and gone to school like a little robot, right? Like a little robot like a little chicken in a pen, whatever you want to call it, all in little rows, all in our little seats. Put your hand up, cross your legs, shut your mouth, close your eyes, don't breathe, whatever. So all this shit, right, builds up and makes you smaller. And when you're so young, because you're in control, but we don't know we're in control. So your parents control you as a child, right? Your school, your teacher controls you. The headmistress controls you. All these people have influence and power and control over you. You're growing up, right? The first years of your life, 0 to 7, are the most crucial years of your life, because you're just like a little sponge. And everything you're told, you believe, and everything you hear, you pick up and you become. And so you're basically programmed, right? And depending on how lucky you are, how your parents were brought up, whether they were brought up with a good belief system or not, and let's face it, most of them not. Our parents, right, let's just clear one thing up. Nobody has bad parents. There isn't such a thing as a bad person, just a person who has bad behaviour, and that behaviour comes from somewhere. They didn't just magic it out of thin air. My father was beaten by his mother. I mean, this is what I've been told, right? I don't know, I wasn't him, but this is what I've been told. He had a very short temper. So you can imagine, he would have, done things in my childhood that I would prefer he didn't. Or he was emotionally not available to me because he didn't have somebody emotionally available to him. Or, for example, my mum, she was there for me, but not always in the way I wanted it to be because of how she was brought up. And again, I love my mum. She did the best she could. And I don't hold anything against my mum. I love my mum. What I'm saying is people can only give to you as much as they were taught to, as much as they were given. Because who taught them how to give more? Nobody. Who taught them what you need to do is love yourself? I don't think self-love was even Nobody even knew what it meant a few years ago. Do you know what I mean? This is like the awakening that's happening everywhere. And I know it sounds airy fairy, farty larty, spiritual, wiritual, whatever you want to call it, but it's true. And these people that say, oh, I'm not spiritual, it's like, okay, but you're a spirit, that's what you are, this is just a body. And when you learn that, you'll understand that. And I'm not going to push it on anybody, but anyone that says to me, I'm not spiritual, is basically like saying I don't breathe. I'm like, well, yes you are, everybody is. You know, spirituality is who you are. Religion is crowd control. Religion is I choose to fit into this box. I'm allowing some hierarchy, invisible man with a hat, tell me what to think. I am going to be brainwashed, blah, blah, blah. I saw something about people that follow Islam, for example, the other day, right? All these little kiddies in a row with the little arms folded and the little, you know, yes sir, no sir, 3 bags full sir, how much high, how low, you know. Obviously, robot, program, because they're not even allowed to have their own mind. And the reason I feel like I feel now is because of everything I've been through. The jobs I've had where I've been treated not well. The men in those jobs that treated me like they could just say and do whatever they wanted. Excuse me, no. Who are you trying to kid? Do you know what I mean? I've been through a lot of things. I have accepted the challenges before I came to Earth as a human. We sign a contract. We have a contract to sign before we agree to come into this body, to exist on this earthly plane. Because before you were born, you existed. When you die, you exist. You don't die. If you see this body as a car, a vehicle, you jump in the vehicle when you're born, you travel through life. When you die, you leave the vehicle, okay? So, yeah, there's a lot of conditioning, there's a lot of control. So the minute that you take control, I'm looking at my card, I made these recently, believe. The minute that you take control of your own thoughts, feelings, actions, the minute you start listening to, oh, what makes me happy? Oh, the beach. Okay, I'm going to go sit on it. What makes me happy? Dancing. Okay, I'm going to go and dance. What makes me happy? Drinking coffee. Okay, I'm going to go and get a coffee and have a walk. Not, oh, I better answer that phone because, oh, what would they think of me? They might think I don't like them. Better answer that phone. You might be in a relationship, right? New, old, young, whatever it is. A relationship, intimate relationship, romantic relationship. They call you. Oh, I better answer it because otherwise they might think, you fill in the blanks. Do I do that? Obviously not. And there's a reason for that. What's meant for us will always find its way. What is meant for us will always find its way. Always. It's like a boomerang. You can throw it away and it will come flying back if it's meant for you. The person that you are attracted to, whether that be a friend or a romantic partner or somebody, anybody, relationship, right? A connection. You're attracted to them for a reason. You attract what you are, not what you want. You will attract the person that you need to grow with. When you finish growing, the person falls away, okay? It's not Cinderella anymore, you know what I mean? It's not, the fairy tales are just for children. It's fun, you know. I like swirling around like Elsa as well. Quite often, I do. Not Elsa, let me think. Oh yeah, no, I don't care. Anybody. Just music. Music, just good music. I've got shitloads on my Spotify, but that's not relevant to the conversation. I like to dance, I like to move. What I'm saying is, we were taught from a young age that, you know, you need to wait for your Prince Charming or whatever to come and pick you up and shove you on his horse and take you off to Never Neverland so you can live happily ever after and pop out 10 kids. Well, I'm sorry, but That's not real life, okay? There's a lot of people still living in the dark ages, as you know. There are people that still think women are inferior, which is the biggest crock of crap I've ever heard, and they need castrating and hanging up by their bollocks. There's people that think that it's their way or no way, which again, small minds, they need to grow up. There are old souls, there are young souls, baby souls, meaning you can have a 50-year-old woman, but she's a baby soul, so this is her first visit to the earthly plane, so in which case she'd probably be very immature. You could have a 5-year-old girl that's more mature than a 50-year-old woman. The same goes for men. That's another video, but it all makes sense, right? There's so much to this. This is just a general, I'm covering lots of things here, and I'm aware that I'm bouncing, but it's kind of like, it's what happens when you freestyle. But also I believe in freestyling, because I don't plan how I feel. I don't plan what thoughts come into my head. I just trust that in the moment when I film that I'm going to say what I want to say, and everything's going to be perfect. So it is. Everything is perfect. If you need to feel better because you're not feeling good right now, nobody is going to fix you, okay? Nobody's going to save you. Let me tell you that. There's nobody coming to save you. You are your own saviour. You are your own hero. What you need to do is take a long, hard look in the mirror and ask yourself, what makes me happy? Do that. Be that. If you're tired, sleep, right? Rest. You don't need to keep up with the motherfucking Joneses, okay? We don't care what you look like. We don't care what you do and don't do. We just want you happy. When I say we, I mean the whole planet, not just me. I want you happy, and I want you to feel good. I want me to feel good. But only I can make that happen for me. I'm not responsible for you, and you're not responsible for me. Okay? And that's what we all need to understand. So if you're going through something or growing through something, if any of this has really touched you or resonated with you and you want to reach out to me, please do so. This is me. I created these recently because this really resonates with me. I've written on here, intuitive, precise card readings and clarity deliveries. Boom. Because that's what I feel I'm delivering, clarity for people. There is no hierarchy, right? Not even when it comes to getting help. There's nobody better than you. There are people that can help you, yes. There are people that can help you. And maybe I can be that person for you, right? But don't ever let anyone tell you that they are more than you, because it's not true. Not true at all. Alright. Have a great day, guys. Rest if you need it. Play if you want to. Sing if you want to. Shout if you want to. Don't wear makeup. Women, don't wear makeup if you don't want to. I've got a little bit on today, but yesterday I didn't wear any. The day before I didn't wear any. If you don't want to wear it, don't wear it. Do what you feel. If those shoes are at your feet, right, stop wearing them. I've not worn heels for years. I've not worn them for years because they hurt. So why would I want to hurt myself? Anyway, ciao.